Hello YouTube, this is the Galley La Podcast, and today we are going to be reviewing One Piece Manga Chapter 1118 Being Free. I am Akainu Fanboy, the other guy is Geboss.
Yo.
Please like and subscribe if you have not, and leave your feedback on our chapter review and this chapter yourself. And yeah, let's just get right to it. So, we have the Yamato cover story continuing. I don't really think there's anything to talk about as usual here. So,
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
moving.
Yeah, it's not really anything.
Yeah, moving on. So, okay, we have the Iron Giant robot getting thrown into the sea by the elders. So he got off screen, basically.
I mean,
and
I would say more one shot than off screen, but
yeah.
So
taking all 501s was too much.
I saw him only get hit by Warkery, the boar one, but
oh wait, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, been 2 weeks. Yes.
But anyway, the I was kind of disappointed, but at the same time, we get like part of the message still. Particularly pertaining to, I guess, the name about the D.
What it is.
Yeah. Again, Oda's blue balling us with this.
He's never done that before.
Yeah. But I'm just surprised that it seems like the Iron Giant has like some sort of conscience.
Yeah.
Consciousness.
No, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, he never got to interact with Joy Boy and things like that too. So I'm wondering why. Yeah, he has like consciousness and things like that too. You get a lot of Zunisha vibes from it, just having that sense of with like Joy Boy wanting to reunite Joy Boy and things like that too. So, but the interesting thing with this robot, it was what 200 years ago. It wasn't like it's not Void Century.
200, I think.
Yeah, it's not Void Century old. It's only like 200 years old. Like, I mean, I guess it could be Void Century old, but it didn't attack Mary Joy until like 200 years ago. Yeah, so that's just kind of an interesting point here that you could have a connection where, from what we can tell, it was only active 200 years ago, but it could be dating back even further,
Yeah.
So basically it disconnects and the Marines are freaking out when they see the robot fly in, and then they see the giant boar comes in too. I mean, like, yeah, I'd just be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and it kind of shows the scale of him, because I don't know, I just didn't think of him being that big.
Yeah, for sure.
He's
scaling can be weird in One Piece too sometimes.
Yeah, he's dwarfing the battleships.
Yeah, and so what I did find interesting with the some of the world, they were like, oh well, the government, they would have never killed him for just breaking a couple of laws.
Yeah. And then we get Alabasta, where they're like, the government would never do something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And then it is funny to see Leo have Rebecca being annoyed a little bit with Leo. I thought that was kind of funny. We don't really see.
It's been a while since I've revisited Dressrosa, but I don't remember Leo being like this gullible.
Oh no, he's super gullible. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but see that side of Rebecca, I thought was kind of interesting. We never really see her get annoyed. So yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah, so York's still selling everybody out too, and she wants to wipe out Lilith and Atlas. So there's officially only 2 left. So Edison's dead.
So I have a thought about that. So she said, I just checked who's still interfacing with Punk Records. So she cut herself off when she was doing all her things for the world government, so that, I think she said that specifically, so that it wouldn't, her memories wouldn't log into Punk Records, and they would know what she was planning. So maybe Edison's doing that, but I would say, because we didn't really get a death scene with him, we just saw that he was injured.
In bad shape though.
Yeah. So maybe he'll do like a Mr. Prince move
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because he was the one that Sanji saved, right? So there's that connection there.
That's true. Yeah. I would have to go back to see how beat up he was, but yeah, we did get like a complete death scene too. Yeah, for sure. And so, and of course they agree. Like, yeah, let's just finish them off their loose ends.
Yeah,
So
I like how they're like doing that it telepathically between them, not even letting like York know about it.
yeah, and so yeah, I mean they just got done with the robot, and now they're just moving in immediately to take out the Vegapunk cops, and so it looks like they're being distracted by that. So really, that's like the last thing they have to do is take them out and then capture the Straw Hats. So
Yeah.
I find it interesting how they're leading up to the Marines to capture the Straw Hats. You know.
Yeah, and this is what you've kind of been predicting too, like that all the Vegapunks are going to be killed.
Yeah, so because that was the original objective of Lucci and Kizaru, basically, you know. So, well, okay, for Kizaru with that name, but the meme it was like eliminating Vegapunk as our top priority, and so he did that. But then Lucci's was to eliminate Vegapunk and the 6 extensions of Vegapunk, right? So, yeah, it looks like it's kind of like a partial victory for the world government and then a partial loss for the Straw Hats, even though like I guess that's kind of one weird thing of this chapter. They're like chilling, having a good time, they're happy, but like have they kind of come to the recognition that Vegapunk's dead?
Yeah,
and that, you know,
literally like some of the like the ship's on fire and everything. Not a real time to be celebrating.
Like, you guys didn't get the W. I mean, the W that really came out of this is more what Vegapunk did in his last words. But they didn't really do any of that. That was all Vegapunk. And then I guess what they accomplished was getting Bonney out of there, though.
Yeah, I think they're just looking to escape right now.
Yeah, but it is kind of weird because they spent a fair amount of time with Vegapunk in this arc. You think they would show... Or maybe they just don't know he's dead, because I at the very least, Frankie would show some.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure Sanji knows, because Sanji was carrying the body.
yeah, like, what's going on? You know? I don't know. Yeah, so I think that's a little odd there. But yeah, so kind of moving on. So yeah, they're on the giant ship. They're happy, so... Seems like they have a pretty strong getaway of getting out of here. The vice admirals have been returned young, off-screened.
Yeah, off-screen by Bonney.
I want to say I'm disappointed. I mean, I would have liked to seen how she turned them, you know, young, I guess, because I assume they would have knew about her power, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was just kind of disappointed because we saw competent vice admirals and then they get off screen, you know?
Yeah, we saw Doll beating up Kashi last chapter, and then it cuts and she's just a little kid now.
Yeah, so I didn't like that too much. I thought that was a little you know. Yeah, I don't know, that's just me. I just want to see more from vice admirals and everything, and then and I wanted to know how they got Bonney so close. And then
at least they're to fuel your agenda. They're not KO'd or anything. They just got turned into kids. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Which, you know, it's rough and everything like that. There's some devil fruits that are broken in that sense, you know.
Yeah.
And more broken than we realized till the end of this chapter.
But that means they have weak hockey.
Yes, and so yeah, they said we're able to launch to the ocean thanks to Edison, but we may need you guys to help us land safely. So yeah, Edison's like no longer with them, I guess, like physically speaking, and then Sanji's like, you know, nothing will stop me from rescuing these ladies, and then a funny gag with Usopp, and then so they're keeping the crew dynamics going a little bit to get the two Straw Hats back together, and they get attacked. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on this one's name.
Mars.
Mars. Okay, yeah. So so Mars moves in. He moves in for the kill. And then the ship's on fire. Yeah, flames moving in and all that stuff too. So it was kind of good to see that, like, the elders not giving up on it, but it only seems like one of the elders is pursuing right now.
Yeah, because I think I think really Mars is the only one that can reach them out at sea because he can fly.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless somehow Jupiter as the worm could somehow do that, but I think it would negate his abilities. I think it would be a twist if they get in the water and start going toward them, and they don't like lose their powers. That would fuel my agenda of them being not devil fruit users.
Right. Yeah. And so where's Saturn at this point too? Because didn't Saturn task Nami and all them initially, and he just kind of like went by them?
So we see Saturn and Mars went to go attack the giant. So last we saw them is when is that panel where they're talking telepathically this chapter, and they're going to do something because they're all splitting up, even though they're supposed to be like going. Atlas and Lilith is with Usopp and the Sunny, and Atlas is with the giant ship.
Yes.
So.
Wait. Sorry. So say that again. Yeah, Atlas is
on the ship because we see her moving Kuma, and Lilith is with the Sunny.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. So that means they're probably gonna still. Yeah, I mean, really, I guess the elders have no choice but to just concentrate there, unless one of the elders basically gets control of the Seraphim for their advantage.
Yeah, that could be too.
Because it is interesting. We only see one out there, but then potentially the other four can just go after the Sunny right now, and the only ones on the Sunny right now are like Nami and all them, right? So I'm wondering if they're gonna have the chance to get out of there.
I mean, they got Zoro and Jinbei. So
yeah, four elders is four elders though at the same time.
That's only well, I don't think Jupiter could get up there because of Worm.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Nostro was up there, but he got knocked down. So I think they're clear to make it to the ocean right now.
So yeah, what is Jupiter doing right now? I mean,
he's doing worm things.
Worm things, bro. Worm.
He's gonna sink the island by tunneling under it or something.
Because they do want to maintain the island, right? The flame and everything, right? So they want to keep everything going.
Yeah, but that's floating. They don't need the actual island. They just need the sky part of it.
So yeah, I'm just trying to think: is there any other objectives of the Gorse they need to accomplish at this point, aside from just wiping that?
Not really. I mean, they'll probably have to deal with the giant again because. At the end of the chapter, we see that the giant's up and running again. But I just wanted to touch on the fact that we saw Luffy in Gear 5, a couple chapters ago, and I guess if he has a steady supply of food, he can maintain Gear 5, like go in and out of it. But I don't know. I kind of liked when, even Gear 4 and Gear 3 had their drawbacks to using it.
Right.
And it wasn't being spammed all the time.
Yeah, I think the food's a good variable, though. I mean, because we did have various moments where it took a while for him to get back up,
Yeah, but it's like, oh, Luffy's in Gear 5 again. I just hope that it's not turning into a whole... like in Dragon Ball, they kind of discarded... Once Super Saiyan became a thing, it kind of became the standard. Like, they wouldn't do anything in base form. or anything. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like an ultimate form rather than just like your default going into it kind of thing.
Yeah,
for sure. But obviously, I think they just had him go into this more just for this moment with Bonney.
Yeah. So, what do you think about this?
It kind of makes sense in the because she can mimic him, right? So she can mimic the other forms. Why not mimic this form? And I guess you have the connection with Kuma and everything, but like there's like a connection like thematically, but there's no genetic connection at the same time. So her ability to do this, I guess, must come solely out of her devil fruit.
Yeah. I don't know. I did like the whole connection where I think there's still some part of Kuma that's still conscious within there, because he has like a little flashback to when he first gets Bonney and says that he'll raise her. But yeah, her going like pseudo gear 5th is I want to see what she can do with it before I cast any judgments. But I mean, in terms of like her ability, it makes sense, but I don't want her to be as strong as Luffy, because I think that would be too busted, unless she dies like immediately after this. Right.
And I think that's a good segue into discussing. Do you think where does she go after this? Do you think she's going to be a Straw Hat, or do you think because I just don't know where we would put her? Because the revolutionaries suck, and they're not anywhere here to like help her out or to pick her up, and her crew's gone.
Yeah, well, we don't know where her crew is. She just kind of showed up on Egghead without her crew. But
I assume they're in prison because they all got captured with her, right? With Blackbeard.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and I guess, well, we're not counting the movies. I think we saw them in the movies, but I don't think we've seen them post time skip.
No, we haven't.
But I don't know. Bonney, as much as I like her chemistry with Luffy and the crew and everything, I don't think that she's going to be on it, because we can't have two Nikas on there.
Yeah, that's my main point. Yeah.
I honestly think, even though you hate them, you think they're bums, but I think...
Well, where are they? Where are they right now?
Well, I think that she would go with the revolutionaries, if anything, just because of the connection with Kuma and everything.
But where are they though? Because like that, if they're not here, then they're bums, right? You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, no, I'm just joking. But it's just like, this whole thing. I don't know. It's like,
or maybe she'll go to Elbaf because of the whole giant connection. With Nika. But
so do you think we're gonna see her like as a type of law?
She's the new law
ally. Yeah, like she's just gonna kind of hang around with them for the next couple arcs,
I don't know. It's something to think about, but yeah, I've seen people saying like, oh, this is where the series goes to die, because she turned into Nika. It's not as impactful anymore. I disagree with that. Based on this, I disagree, but I want to see how Oda writes it. Because Oda said, like, in an interview that was pointed out, that he wants the final arc to be not as serious as people expect it to be. So having this, I don't think is as... It brings more comedy to it, like twice the Nika.
Yeah, it's not like she's necessarily going on the crew, or she's going to have the same power level as him.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you see as like the whole disciple thing, and that she, Luffy's like the son and all them, and that she's probably going to be the closest connected. I mean, it is interesting out of all the characters they make her I guess. Because we've only really gotten to know her, or she's been a big part of the story just in this past arc, even though I do think Oda's done a great job explicating her character and developing her character.
Yeah. I mean, do you think more than Kid?
I actually think Kid's kind of well written, to be honest, in my humble opinion. But that's just me.
I mean, he is, but he doesn't even have a flashback. That shit got relegated to an SBS corner.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, I mean, like, he's coming back. Yeah, you got the imposter stocks, you know. So
I think the episode in the anime is coming up where he's getting one shot, but anyway, I mean, again, it makes sense with her powers because her power is based kind of on her belief of the future, and having Nico right there makes sense that she can copy him to this degree. Maybe she can only go in this form because she's like right next to him saying it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I don't think she's gonna be able to fight Kaido. You know what I mean? Like with this level of power. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to rethink our power scaling here if she turns out to be as powerful as Luffy.
I mean, like we saw her like give us some good punches, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. Yeah, that'd be kind of trashy if he was that powerful, because then you have another Yonko tier character just running around. You know. I think Oda cares enough about power levels and structures like that not to do that, though.
Oda caring about power scaling.
He does. He clearly does. 100% does. He does. But I think, yeah, I'm not against it. I think like thematically, like if he becomes sure like Luffy tier power, then yeah, it's trash. But I don't have an issue with this or her even having similar abilities, kind of thing. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, was this my favorite chapter in the world? No. I mean, like, I thought it was fine. You know, like, there were some criticisms I had of it, but I think it's okay. You know, I thought it was a fine enough chapter. It progressed the story along.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I do kind of want to add in, so do you think there's a shot we see Kizaru before this arc ends?
In terms of like him actually getting back in the fight, or like his character, because we'll definitely see his character.
Yeah, I think we'll see his character.
I don't think he's getting back in the fight.
I don't think he's getting back in a fight. I could see him doing a cruise on type of thing.
Yeah, he could be one. He could be one on one of the ships that got sunk by the giant when they fell on him. We don't know.
That's true, but I think he's gonna actually help Bonney escape. I actually think that's gonna happen. Very, very, very discreetly, and I think Oda's gonna give an indicator of that happening. You know, but I think that's gonna happen. So, because like whenever Luffy and now Bonney too has like the Gear 5 form going, right? I think that's gonna change Kizaru's heart, and I do think that's gonna be like the last tipping point, because there's been a lot of things that's contributing to him having difficulties about this job. So I think Kizaru is gonna help them escape. Yeah. Oh, and also he heard the message too, Vegapunk's message.
Yeah, if he wasn't passed out.
Oh, he wasn't passed out. He just didn't want to fight. I'm out. I'm hitting the clock. No more OT for me.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about the chapter.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. Please like and subscribe if you have not, and we will see you guys all soon. We will probably have a Jujutsu Kaisen chapter review coming in soon too, as well. So, everyone have a great weekend, and we will see you guys soon. Peace.
See ya.